Hello everyone, it's Maive, hope you're well. Today is my book's third birthday and I wanted to mark the occasion with a video tutorial of one of the projects in the book, and the most voted one was the Victoria sponge. Today's project is a little different than the one in the book, but I hope you'll enjoy it just as much. After mixing light yellow and translucent polymer clay, I put it through the thickest setting of my pasta machine and cut out two circles in the same size and a smaller one. I blended the smaller circle to one of the bigger ones and cut out the excess. I then sandwiched the sponges between two sheets of caramel or light brown clay to give them golden looking crusts. You can also add colour by brushing soft pastels or painting them with acrylic paint. After removing all the excess, I added texture with a toothbrush. Next, I cut out a section to make single slices, and I used the top sponge as a template to cut out the same amount of clay from the bottom sponge. I used a needle to ruffle the inside of the sponge and make it look like cake crumbs. I also teased the outside of the sponge a little. Once I textured everything, including the slices, I baked the cake for 15 minutes. Once baked and cool, I gave the sponges a little more colour with brown acrylic paint mixed with a little water. To make the jam, I used a mixture of dark red clay and liquid polymer clay, and I spread this all over the bottom sponge. Then I used a point tool to create some drips on the side of the cake. I baked the cake again for 10 minutes. To make the cream, I mixed white clay and liquid clay to a creamy consistency and spread this on the jam. Then I baked it again for 10 minutes. I like to bake it in between adding all the layers to be able to add the top sponge and shape it on the cake without making a mess with the jam and cream. To make the strawberries, I used the same clay I used for the sponge. I shaped them into teardrops and stuck them on the end of a needle tool so that I could create the illusion of seeds with a pointy tool. I made a few more and baked them for 15 minutes. Once the cake was out of the oven and cool, I spread a thin layer of liquid clay on the cream, just enough to make it sticky, and pushed the top sponge on it. This way I can shape the cake and give it more of a domed shape. I went back in with a toothbrush to add texture and a needle to texture the inside of the sponge and blend it to the rest of the cake. I added a little cream here and there so that I had something for the crumbs to stick to and so that everything blended together nicely. Then I baked the cake for a further 10 minutes. Once cool, I added a bit more brown paint. Next, I painted the strawberries with red acrylic paint mixed with a little water and left them to dry. While the strawberries were drying, I stippled white acrylic paint on the cake to create the illusion of icing sugar and let it dry completely. Then I broke little pieces of green clay with a dotting tool and bonded them to the top of the strawberries with a little liquid clay. I dipped the strawberries in a little liquid clay before adding them to the cake, and I baked everything for the last time for at least 30 minutes. Once baked and cool, I glazed the strawberries and jam with a little gloss varnish. I really hope you enjoy this tutorial, and if you have my book, thank you so much for buying it. I hope you enjoy the projects in it too and that you learned a lot of new things. If you'd like to win this cake, just leave a comment saying I'm in. All the rules for the giveaway will be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Ciao ciao!